My name is Beaumont. I'm a writer and author. I've been writing about beer for about 28 years and 13 books. Latest one is Will Travel for Beer, 101 voyages that every beer lover should experience. And I'm down here at the Copa Cervezas because I'm working on the 3rd edition of the World Atlas of Beer. And this was an excellent opportunity to see an overview of everything that's going on in Chilean craft beer. Ooh, how did I start in the world of beer? Well, 30 years ago, I graduated in political science from university, but I didn't want to go into politics. I wanted to write. So as someone without journalism training, but with a love of writing, I decided to specialize, and I specialize in writing about beer. So 2 years of self-training. There was no Cicerone back then. There were no training programs, so I taught myself about beer. I taught myself how to taste, and then I went ahead and started writing in a column in a newspaper in Canada. Well, when I started writing about beer, it was in Canada, and I covered the Canadian market first. My first beer was the Great Canadian Beer Guide, where I went across the country. I visited every brewery in the country. Then as I progressed, I started writing more and more in the United States. Then in 2010, my friend Tim Webb, who's an English writer, came to me and he said, they want me to write the World Atlas of Beer. I can't do it on my own. Should we do it together? So after that, Tim and I became the two writers who really are covering the entire world of beer. A lot of beer writers cover their own regions, their own nations, their own districts. Tim and I are really the only two who focus on the entire global world of beer. So we've published 2 editions of the World Atlas of Beer, 3 editions of the Pocket Beer Guide, and we're going to come up with, as I said, coming up to the 3rd edition of the World Atlas. What's life without beer? This is, it's funny. I heard someone referring to craft beer in South America as the craft beer revolution. And in North America, I always refer to it as the craft beer renaissance, meaning that we had something that was beer and then we lost it and we got it back. Whereas in South America, it really is a revolution. These are new flavors, new things, and this is one of the amazing things about what beer is doing in the world today. It's bringing people together. It's getting people to travel to different places to try beer. This is why I wrote a beer tourism book as my latest book. I think the experiences, the people meeting one another, beer brings the world together. And the more time that we spend looking at our phones, looking at our tablets, looking at our computers, the more we need beer to get us out and with other people. It's been very interesting to me because I was last in Chile about 3.5 years ago. All throughout South America, Central America, you see dramatic growth, dramatic increases. Chile, I think, really needs something like this because the craft beer in Chile it seems stalled. Everywhere else is going like this, in Chile it's staying like that. And I think a conference like this is great because it's going to encourage Chilean brewers to up their game, to make better beer, to make more interesting beer, maybe find a Chilean craft beer style that really gets the public interested in beer in Chile. Because I think that's the next stage that needs to happen. It happens in every nation as they develop, and I don't think it's quite happened in Chile yet, so we need that. Do I feel passion for craft beer? I don't have any children, but I have nieces and nephews. And I tell my nieces and nephews that I love my family, I love my wife. I'm extremely fond of beer. But in truth, I do love being in this industry, being part of this industry, meeting these people on a regular basis, traveling. I'm on the road 3 or 4 months out of the year in total. And I'm constantly having new experiences and new places and meeting new people. And this is all as a result of beer. So, it's brought so much into my life. And I'm very, very grateful for that.
Okay, we are ready.
Perfect.
Thank you.
My pleasure.